Why, hello there. I'm back. Yeah, I know I haven't been making a lot of videos recently, but I have some free time, so I'm going to use it to make videos. Speaking of filmmaking and photography, wow, great segment, I know. Um, my current my current main camera, the Canon EOS 600D, is falling apart, both when it comes to hardware and when it comes to software. So I've been thinking, which camera should replace the 600D? Obviously, I'm going to go with a more expensive camera. And with more expensive, I mean a few $1,000. So I've been looking at 4 different cameras. The Canon EOS R6 Mark II, the Panasonic Lumix S52X, the Sony A7V, and the Nikon Z6 Mark III. Z6 Mark III? Whatever. Just write it down in the comments and I will know. When I was looking at the Sony A7IV, I was like, wait, I thought I was hearing rumors of the Sony A7V being released sometime at the beginning of 2025, and it's true. At the end of February, there is rumored to be a release date for a few new Sony cameras. So I thought, I'm gonna make a video with a wish list of specs, my own wish list of my own. Feel free to put your own wishes down in the comments, but these are my wishes. The specs that I'm going to be telling you that I wish for the Sony A7V are in addition to the specs that can be found in the Sony A7IV, because the Sony A7IV already was a brilliant camera. I mean, so I've heard. When watching reviews about the Sony A7IV, specifically from Gerald Undone, Jared Poland, etc., etc. I mean, there are so many reviews out there. Just watch one of them. I've graded it into 3 categories: photo specs, body specs, and video specs. Because there are a few things, because these are the 3 main topics where I'd like to see improvements to the A7IV. The first spec listed in the photo category is 33 megapixels. I know the Sony A7IV has 33 megapixels. I just wanted to make sure that that is kept up, because I think 33 megapixels is the perfect sweet spot between 24 megapixels and 45, 50 megapixels. So making a hybrid camera that is meant to shoot both video and photo, 33 megapixels. It's great. It's just perfect. Then 20 frames per second. I know, kind of unrealistic, but come on. Can't a guy dream? And then Sony's new AI autofocus would be great, because we wouldn't love to have a great autofocus system. I know I would. Second topic, body. I'd like to see a few improvements to the body. Specifically, the 2 main improvements seen in the Sony A1 Mark II, A9 III, and A7R5, which is the improved ergonomics. That grip, first of all, it looks better than the previous grip. Second of all, according to what YouTubers like Gerald Undone and Manny Ortiz and Jared Poland are saying, is that the ergonomics are improved on those 3 cameras. Also, the monitor built into the A7R5, A12, and A9 III would be great. So, first of all, the quality of the monitor, and then the way you can kind of tilt it up and down and flip it out. Come on, that would be great. And lastly, video specs, like the improvements I'd like to see. In the A7IV, you get 4K up to 60 frames per second, but the 60 frames per second have a 1.6 times crop. So, if possible, 4K and up to 120 frames per second without a crop. Doesn't have to be downsampled from 7K. Possible, but doesn't have to be. If it lowers the price, come on. If they put a crop at 120p, I'm fine with that. At least 60 FPS and 100 FPS should be without a crop. Then color and bit depth, 422 10-bit color. Full HD up to 240 frames per second, also 422 10-bit color. Like I said in photo, the new AI autofocus, 15 stops of dynamic range. Do you need it? No. But would it be nice? Sure. Why not? When it comes to the profiles, S-Log 1 through 3 and S-City-Tone. Now, even though Sony has introduced global shutter in the A9 III, I don't think the A7V will be sporting a global shutter. Basically because it's a baseline camera. Do you really think that a baseline camera will be sporting global shutter? A spec that can be found in Sony's highest level sports photography camera. So no, I don't think that Sony is going to put global shutter in the A7V. It would be nice, but based on the fact that they haven't put it in the A1 II, not going to be in the A7V. But what I'd like to see is an improved rolling shutter performance, specifically in comparison to the A7 IV. The A7 IV already had a better rolling shutter than the A7 III, but it was still kind of bad. So in conclusion, if Sony would make the A7V with the A7 IV specs and the specs that I just listed, I think the A7V should be a pretty good camera. When it comes to price, if I've seen it correctly, the A7 IV is around $2,000. So the A7V will be around $2,500, $3,000, something like that. I know it would be cooler if they just leave it at $2,500 and just leave it at that, but it's reality. It ain't happening. So to answer the question, if the A7V might be my next camera, if they add in these specs, yes. Even if it costs that much, even if it has to mean that I'm going to switch from an EFS mount to the E mount. Yes. Now, finally, we've reached the end of the video. Oh, yeah, I know. So, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I am planning on making new videos in the future. So if you'd like to see those videos and stick around for them, leave a subscription below the video, leave a like, comment on what you would like to see in the A7V. If you have questions for me, ask them. Just don't put any hate comments down below. Hate comments are bad. Come on, no one likes hate comments. And then check out the video description. I'll be leaving links to all the cameras I've mentioned. I'll be leaving links to my Instagram and Vero account, so if you'd like to follow me there, sure, I'd love to see that. So, last but not least, thank you for watching, and I'd love to see you again in the next video. Bye. See ya.